This is how I spent a day in New York without spending even a single dollar. Hey everyone, this is Parita and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the circuit of my travel in New York. We are diving into the heart of New York today. I'm going to tell you what all did I do and how did I spend my day with the must-see spots. From the artistic vibes of Dumbo to the majestic Brooklyn Bridge, the hustle and bustle of Wall Street. Last but not the least, visit to the Harry Potter store. Our day is packed with adventure, so pack your bag and let's go with us. Look at this size of a cookie, which was a store behind our hotel. Watch vlog 1 to know which hotel we stayed at. We used buses and trains as mode of transport, and this is the card that we had purchased for 7 days, which allows you unlimited transportation in New York on buses, trams and trains, that is the subway. So this was the most optimum utilization of money that we've done, and this is the secret. So after leaving from the hotel, we checked out on Google Maps on how to plan our day ahead. And we need fuel to start our day. So our hotel in Times Square had this breakfast place where we spent an hour eating, and we took the subway to reach the first spot, that is Dumbo, Manhattan Bridge and Brooklyn Bridge. And on the way we found this amazing cap cellar, fridge magnet cellar as well. These quintessential signals are so New York, they scream New York, right? And it was a lot of fun. Our first stop is Dumbo, and it's a charming neighborhood which stands for down under Manhattan Bridge. You will see it from multiple spots. Now this place is a blend of cobblestone streets, art galleries, beautiful magnificent bridges and the water bodies outside. Originally it was an industrial area in the 19th and 20th century before it transformed into a trendy hotspot which has iconic viewpoints. All the warehouses are transformed into chic offices. So let's take a stroll and see the view of it. You can simply use your Google Maps and put Dumbo. It will nicely direct you there, and you start walking towards these places which I have seen only in Karan Johar movies. Kunal and I were really teary-eyed after seeing these because we were so excited and happy. Next up is Brooklyn Bridge. I was most excited about this because growing up with Bollywood, you know this place, you've seen Shah Rukh Khan romance all over this bridge. It was completed in 1883, and at that point it was the longest suspension bridge in the history. It connects Brooklyn to Manhattan and offers stunning views of the city. Designed by John Roebling, and after his death, his son took over the commissioning of this bridge. There's a fun fact here. This bridge involved 600 workers and used 14,000 miles of steel wire for this bridge. Now next is Time Out Market. Here you can eat, drink, shop, but because we were short on time, all we did was just wander around this area, sat, chilled outside of Times Market. You will find the city's best culinary delights here, and the building itself has a rich history. Originally it was serving as a warehouse, which eventually turned into a hotspot with delicious food and world famous chefs and local artisans. And do not miss out a rooftop bar here, which will give you fantastic views of the Brooklyn Bridge. Next is Jane's Carousel. It's obviously for kids, but even adults can enjoy there alike. We sat outside of Jane's Carousel for a couple of minutes, enjoyed and soaked in the Karan Johar movie Hollywood vibes there. This carousel was built in 1922 and then it was damaged. Then Jane was the one who restored it, and that's why the name Jane's Carousel. There was a lot of history mentioned on the bridge itself, which I found it really fascinating. You guys can pause this and read it out. This was the entrance to Brooklyn Bridge, and you will see these signs all around, but you have to be mindful so that you don't miss it. The next and the most awaited place for me was the Wall Street. I just wanted to see what it is about this place, but you really get a very powerful vibe from this area and locality. Everything and everyone is hustling so much. It's the financial heart of the world. And a fun fact that this place was named after the Dutch settlers here erected a wall, and that's why the name Wall Street. It was to protect their colony. Coming to New York and not visiting the charging bull at Wall Street is impossible. It is said that if you touch the balls of this bull and invest in shares after this, your portfolio will skyrocket. So obviously I was excited to see this, and stay tuned to know more if I have become a millionaire by now or not. And then I popped into Dead Rabbit. No actual rabbits, just award-winning cocktails and Irish pub vibes. I admired the moody lights, true aesthetic snob that I am, but honestly, these are actually the best cocktails that I've ever had in my life. We also grabbed some bites to eat while we were here, and Swapnil got some amazing fish bagels right after beside some store at the charging bull point. We don't remember the name unfortunately, but if you are a non-vegetarian eater, all three of them swear by this bagel that it's the best, tastiest bagel they have ever eaten. You can probably search them on Google Maps beside the charging bull, whichever store you find it. We chose the cheapest way to see the Statue of Liberty, and that is why taking the Staten Island ferry, which is just a couple of meters away from the Wall Street. This ferry service is free of cost. It started in 1905 and has been a vital transportation link for people from Staten Island and to the New York City. Statue of Liberty, gifted by France in 1886, stands as a symbol of freedom and democracy, which you can see from the ferry. The ferry runs 24/7, thereby making it the most optimum mode of transport. And let's hop on and see how the experience was. After sitting for a couple of hours, we ran towards this Staten Island ferry, which was 5 minutes walk away from Dead Rabbit. And this ferry is free. You can actually see the Statue of Liberty and not pay a whooping amount of $45 for it. Although you are going to see it very small from distance away, there's also another ferry stop which charges $4 and takes you much closer to the Statue of Liberty compared to the Staten Island ferry. This ferry runs every 15 to 30 minutes and it's free of cost, so don't worry, you will definitely get a seat and enjoy these incredible views of the ocean and Statue of Liberty. We purposely planned this ferry during sunset so we could see the beautiful colors of the sunset, of course, dancing on Statue of Liberty. It was an amazing decision. If you guys can do the same, please do it, even if it's paid or not paid. Visit to Statue of Liberty. Just look at these beautiful colors, yeah. And a pro tip is to enter early because you'll not get seats otherwise, and you'll end up like me by sitting on someone's lap. Thankfully, that someone was my husband, so I don't mind. Look at that New York skyline, and of course, it is a cliche, but camera is obviously doing no justice to the New York skyline. Kunal and I were in awe. We were literally staring at the New York skyline in the night for 30 minutes straight from the ferry, and I don't recall being happier than this. This place is near Flatiron. We also visited this place in the afternoon. We got a couple of shots. It was brilliant. The place, the Flatiron, but unfortunately it was under construction. The store has recently opened in 2021 with exclusive merchandise, butter beer, all the food items and drinks that you find in a Harry Potter movie. After 2 hours, then we decided to check Google Maps and understand which train, which line to take uptown, downtown to go to this Harry Potter store, because I wanted my birthday cake from here, which says Happy Birthday Harry, made by Hagrid. So stay tuned to watch that. Of course, I had to explore the entire store. I could not get out before that. And I wish money did not flow like water while I was in the US. If it didn't, I would have definitely purchased so many things from here. Everything was beautiful, and I wanted to literally get everything from this store. The decor of the store was mind bogglingly beautiful. Just look at this Nagini and this time traveler clock. I actually also whispered Expelliarmus at a stranger, but they did not flinch. New Yorkers are definitely built different. When they say it, I actually saw it what they meant it. I am a proud Hufflepuff. Let me know in the comments which house of Harry Potter do you belong to. I have also been to the WB Studios in London of Harry Potter Studios. If you have not watched that video, I would ask you to watch it because it is amazing. I cried because my childhood dream had come true, and if you are a Harry Potter fan, I am sure that you are going to love it. They had a cafe outside the store. Did you see my cake yet? And all these are things that you can eat in the shape of all Harry Potter elements. Just look at that spoon roaming around the cauldron by itself. It's just true magic, right? There's butterbeer as well. I'm not sure if it's as great as the one that you get in London. I did not have the opportunity to drink one here. And that's a wrap on my incredible day in New York. I hope you've enjoyed this journey. Let me know in the comments if you thought that spending $0 on this day was impossible, and if I have proved you wrong. And like, comment, subscribe for more such travel content. Until next time, and stay tuned to see which next place I am discovering.